Kony 2012 is a very impressive piece of propaganda that is designed to get people on board to the US's agenda in Africa against China. And if you're not already aware, China and the US are in a state of war, Cold War, in Africa at the moment, and it's heating up because in October of 2011, Obama basically invaded Uganda with 100 US soldiers, and he did so without permission of US Congress or permission of the Ugandan government itself. So basically, it was an invasion, not a humanitarian cause, and not as the film Kony 2012 describes. Not just advisors. They're not advisors. They're not civilians. They're not diplomats. They are soldiers. They carry weapons, and they go there to show China that the US controls Uganda and is not going to allow China to take its turf there. So what this is about is AFRICOM, which is similar to CENTCOM. It's just a organization trying to basically make a pipeline, an oil pipeline, through Uganda and bypassing the section of Sudan that China controls. And incidentally, that was one of the reasons that it divided Sudan into two. Now, back onto this Kony film. Psychological games, mind games that they played in it. I mean, watching it, even I was, tugged out emotionally, certainly. But luckily for me, I'm already very well aware that humanitarian intervention or military intervention is never the solution. Sovereignty is number one for a country's well-being. Once that is broken, everything starts to fall apart. So, with the psychological games that they played, one of the things that they did is first calm people down, relax them, and then lull them into an emotional state. First by bringing in happiness, and then once this is the easiest emotional state to fall into, and then after these happy times, they show you something really sad, and from there you're putty in their hands, and they can basically sell you anything as a solution to that sadness. So the thing that they're selling, however, is military intervention by the US, which is actually really, really, really evil. It's not about saving Uganda's children. If it was about saving Uganda's children, they wouldn't be aiming at one warlord that isn't even in Uganda anymore. He is, so some rumors are saying he's dead, but since 5 years ago. Some rumors are saying he's actually run away to the South Sudan. So if it's not about capturing Kony, what is it really about, that movie? But ushering in US occupation of Uganda, which in part is already there, but perhaps they want to increase it. So with the children, this is not, they're basically exploiting the former suffering of children. And if they really wanted to end the suffering of African children, then they would have targeted the real cause of Africa's problems, which would be the IMF and the diamond corporations that hoarded and create all these civil wars like they did in Sierra Leone. So the stupidity and the irony of this Kony 2012 is how they're showing these activists begging known war criminals to intervene in Uganda in the film was Bush and Condoleezza Rice, and perhaps because it was filmed over a period of time, and then Obama. Like, these are bigger war criminals than probably this Kony could ever be. I mean, I haven't been to Uganda, and I don't even know a Ugandan person, but I am aware enough about world politics and geopolitics to understand the real games being played here. And lastly, I just want to say that I found it very amusing that in the film they basically quite literally pre-packaged activism. You know, you could get your activist kit and just, you know, $29.95 or however much it is, and you too can become an activist. And they really exploit the youth movement, that, you know, the trendy sort of activist hipster movement that's happening, and you know, they make it like the thing to do, to be part of this movement. And for those that are more conspiracy inclined, there's many Illuminati-esque symbols within the film, and you only need to freeze frame the beginning segment and any segment which features the rings of Saturn, and you'll find yourself some big time all-seeing eye symbolism in it. So if anyone's interested in that. And I also am aware of a film called Zoolander. It's a comedy, an American comedy, and within it there's a segment where it's a comical brainwashing video, and funnily enough it follows the same formula of how to brainwash people, and it also exploits the use of celebrities. So if you get a chance, check that out. I think I'll link the video in the bottom bar. So thank you.